Oh, hello, people. My name is Kale Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Send. Yes, Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't will make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Fa check it. Fa check it. Green select glucometer, check it. Fa check it. Push sugar level, fa check it. Fa check it. Green select glucometer. Everybody check now. This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
In the next 3 days, it will be December. The month of December. Now, through December, if you are seeing Ghana, the papa. I can't say papa, customer bit me. I can't through December. Ghana yet the pa, and that one it is for real. Bogus eba, oh girl, no also muye. Bogus eba, when you move beer, or pese, or no sufi hobana so anymore. You're white, omra, or banner to be credit more, obisa. Odikono Tina also was a shabby beer and then my yeah moon road. My moon road just to make sure that December you get energy. I also call Jim Sokwa Jim. Jimmy December no Jinamua. And the night after night, non-stop. Oh, Bojumasa, that be to me. I fine. But let me introduce my people so we start talking. I'm not going to do this alone. I have a squad of intelligent guys who are on the field. They know what really moves and shakes the industry. You have a bonkomo, you have a share ideas, and I want you to be a part of it as well. Stephen Ato Kwamina Forsen is my first guest here on the show. He is the boss. He is the CEO of Create Concept, Create Music, and even more. Of course, he joins us every Tuesday for us to do our convo. And as much as he's here, if I have a bon come, bro, why are you ready for December day?
I'm ready.
1 year December body, and I say,
I'm ready. I say, "Ja, oye papa, dem you ni eji." And I say, "Me ya
oye papa." Hey, good evening to you, oye.
But what did they tell me? Have a boy juma. But events now started lining up. Most of us in the event organizing space. I started lining up. I just say, "You be cry the be."
Wow.
December is a good month.
For the
industry,
especially in Ghana.
Yeah, they are boy.
Many event organizers, I hope soon. Yenyesika to afibia omuye. Who event mu? Amuka sense na inform serious and your fan is confirm money no muye.
So when yenyesika genuinely there, and then you have to watch your modus operandi. When you first you were Juma, who say a show business. A be manage show no who say business also.
Yeah.
There's a way show no. No we any fair now what the discuss come.
Okay.
So they make for me they me feel say yenyeska every year in year out we make money. People are making money. Taxi drivers make money. Uber drivers are it's a whole value chain. So event organizers also make a lot of money. Those who are into the rental space, the vendors, they make money. Look, December pen up a vendor. Just say vendors name dapo.
Sir,
David. Say stage no. Would they see Hana? Who 2 years now? They come before from. Who 2 years they come before. Sometimes the same venue no. Oko boss stage boy. Conform yourself to me use this night no be asabe you no be asabe you know what you talk about before so it's a whole way sika wom nka sika ndi man ka nka omonye bi but you know Ghanaians is our attitude Ghana phone share the name chania ya ka say yama ye it is part of our culture oh say your Christ we are very reserved we think say humility how to say in our bid to be humble we don't sing our own praises
and we miss out on businesses
until by in the idea oh you touch you so now the doctor nasa
and the jam
so now doctor asa.
Well, so still talking about December preparations, how it's just like also what started then now tell me about it ABI Beckham was now what me business na gigs kakra afriho. Now let me move on to Adam Mensah Chatome. He's also excited about December because Jane say a month for now omo backroom and bed doson. Another danko akufa do for nipa be 4 million in rockroom ha. Na sa nipa no mo fasika. Emra. Na Adam bi o se de ni there say sa nipa no mo ba no ye say oba ukrom na free ba men pepere ho so kwaje visa. Unya bedru Ghana na ya ma visa de am kind of visa on arrival na adena sankomo e odesa aden wo club bi o ba na
oh there be I think it shows how they want to meet the target. Beginning of the year there was a target of 1.2 million. As at now no it's me about 60% of that target. Between the facts are out.
When the
facts are out. The minister no boss who GT who boss.
And when the catch also the minister said
editors forum and so GT deputy spokesperson so say about 800,000 because first quarter second quarter it's meaning about 800,000 it's
800,000 what
arrivals.
Okay.
Like from the beginning of the year to now. Into Accra December, now say Akaka Kribina achieve 1.2.
Okay.
For me, it's a step in the right direction because as part of the target, so we want to, rake in about $3.4 billion, which is good for the creative industry and the tourism sector. And also, other compatriots and I say other countries are almost tourism in Japan or and Africa ha. Utimu say now if we want to be like the #1 preferred tourist destination during December, I'll say because South Africa between January to July they were able to have arrivals of about 4.8 million.
Wow.
And Oko Kenya by close of December they are expecting 1.9 million
people
arrivals, yes. And in 2024 they are looking at 2.2.
Wow.
Yes, we actually 2 million. It means competition is very hard in Africa, so we need to work hard to be able to become the preferred tourist destination. And I think it's a step in the right direction. Now, see, we at South Africa, so we visa for Ghana, and they are looking at doing it for other places because tourism, a sector the world over. People are making monies from tourism, visa acquisition, let us ensure that Sa Aquina Edimano, because the three pillars of beyond the return invest in Ghana, no. Say, Ghana send a bay on this how would they invest? And in airport was near them, immigration for near there to the beer. I couldn't be, I feel like I who beer for a illegal charges. Some of us were in check, no more so come with so many. No more can't yes, no, because brand Ghana is part of the pillars of Beyond the Return. It's my in fact, as soon as say Ghana, will be 100 Ghana near Dibino, not a mobile video America, not a hard can send me, but yes, some of my camera so that Ghana. Oh, who about feelings also says you come.
Yeah.
Said a bear on about film but to know maybe many. Yes, you come. Said I yes in conform.
Adam, Mesa Chatterman so excited about December. I don't know why. I'm sure he has a personal interest in those who are coming to town. I want to believe it. Yababuano na ni searching from can say. The nis wadi na bebuan na nis wadi atimia bamuna ne otiminya American ni ba kubia odna ko professor ne dachi otido and ready I jackpot oyo bibia wo ko de
Yankupa no.
asa o de only hope wo mo bani
Oh, me de no man say December de ye mpa bo ne say afia to ye ni wo ni de ye guso ye adwuma. No, our normal daily runs. Nebeya, kusi say, afternoon New Year no baba to. We said that ni
now what shows
business. No.
When it shows.
And say me starting performance.
Oh, okay.
I'm nervous.
And to ensure that it shows.
We said that me who available say bia.
About shows
bia me go so promote. I don't know for some time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that building catalog.
Catalog in there. You're gonna build it because move on to our first story. That is story number 1. And because we are all talking about events in Ghana, because we are all talking about the fact that we want Ghana to be the best destination hub in Africa, I'll see a event near Dihun Komo. Near Hessene, and near Manina betting Yakoma be fine. Now, there Bako, Yahuni say, so say, yeah, December and GH did dinner or mining in our Sumuna aided. I'm sure, sir, if Jata should look for this year's event, they are to December and GH calendar. And so, who say most of the events, our Accra, most of them, in fact, me, honey, money in Kara, be about 85 and 95%. Of these events I did December and GH na Enkrahaya ne oko outside of Accra nail. It seems like almost that's a Christmas no na December and GH no omo nka. And some people see this a worry. Others also think it is not a worry because of other factors. Entina sa programs when na do na Accra no. Jonila am my information bi am pese yen hwe na maybe some pam for say listening to what Jonila is saying and the fact that we all agree that most of these events are limited here in Accra. No? December in GH, no? How are we doing it? And now every December in Accra, not no Accra hankwa. Now let me take some few minutes, read this story briefly, then I'll come back, throw it to my people. Nothing maybe some say. First, Jonila, ne observation say. December in GH, Accra, and you're number 1. Number 2, why are we not able to go to the rest of the towns? Because meaning say, almost from outside of Accra, no, almost somewhere and papa. When the program thing na trank and the being called Yehu Kwame Eugene, Yehu Kidi, Yehu Shatawale, Yehu Sako, Yehu Omekahuna, Debia among on Cranquano. Oh, ye mistakes from Opera. Oh, the boy, mama. So, why is it like that? Let's get into the story. And it reads December in Ghana. There is money to make in other regions. Shows are not innovative enough. This is what Jonila is saying. Jonila is actually a music executive, just a PR person, an A&R person, and a talent manager as well. Or sounds like an event person. As a matter of fact, for some time, Oko Volta Regional, Omama Regional are active with so many events. And I want us to pay attention to what he's saying. Then I ask my people, eyampa ana mo hwe ne nso ebia wo boliga wo tumu wo ha sei eyampa se December engage na yima frimu amana kankran gwa. It says as the December in Ghana season begins, many have pointed out that majority of events planned for the upcoming month are usually based in Accra. This brings up concerns about the need for show organizers to host some events in other regions in the country. A music business executive, Jonila, has emphasized that there is an untapped market in other regions outside Accra. Speaking exclusively to Ghana Web's Isaac Dazi, Jonila highlighted that people across various regions, not just in Accra, are willing to spend money at events. Almost all my ready to be disca. I'm scared to say, fee. He, however, stressed the need for organizers to craft events that capture attention and ensure diverse and engaging experiences. He called for organizers, artists, and stakeholders to craft unforgettable experiences aside the repetitive format. Now, listen to what he said in a quotation. That people have money to spend at events. Even in other regions outside Accra, go and ask Kasapreko and Klabie how many drinks they sell in every region in December alone. People are doing a lot at events. You see this lounge, we set and people buy tables at 3,000 cedis, 4,000 Ghana cedis. It is not only happening in Accra, it is happening in the towns. People are buying 3,000, 5,000 tables as well. Not even the regional capitals. It is all over, happening all over. But you see, here is the thing. If you are bringing something, it is about our experience. Because we've attended events countless times. But December in Ghana should be a process that is fully engineered. We should create something that we want to get people's attention, he told Ghana Web. And finally, he says, the only way we can build a successful event culture in Ghana is by integrating our indigenous culture. Because if it is going to be a Mapiano in Accra and I go to Ho and it's a Mapiano again, then let me stay in Accra. But there is a beautiful culture in the eastern region that is not necessarily music. It could be some form of arts. It could be some food, maybe some river body is there. They build something around those things. You get it because it is an experience. And this is what Jonila is saying. And Komowi, so at the same time. First in there, why event? They need to do kind. In fact, last time, they called Agona Abodom. Okay, this is Jonila, Brantiana, or Cassette. Monfa event in Accra. Mama event not those who are Accra. Monfanko Agona Bodom, Monfanko Sunyani, na say ye mo and Chile, Monfanko Kintampo, waterfall, like Mokoya Nema. What did not trunk Krankrumuasa, Bibia on Krankrum adding. Then this is what Jonila is saying. Now, first in the no event name proper, create events until movie, create logistics, near my debo event, Ningi don't movie fine. The last show I'm in call boy, I call Agona Abodom Festival. In fact, name one day. And we ever can't later. Bruh!
Sorry.
Only Johnny Layaji. Na a day in a costume.
But it's a whole conversation. It's a whole conversation. You say about events and there, and I say,
I know, right?
See, as an event organizer, my event here. Anything quantity show chile bibi.
Okay.
But B is being so.
Yeah.
And yes, we are five events and call. Excuse me, if I'm call Ghana half an and tonight say your mouse were near the call. We need to do feasibility studies. Studying who say, oh, mom, walk us on bet me I thought 3,000 bottles.
Table.
Don't was saying a what baby I will say. Yakobo FOB say heavyweight like Shatawale. Now Oma Obi said Shatawale so the call let's say a place like this Aguna Swedru. Okay. Hey. Aguna Swedru. I don't know but
chili rough.
Yes, maybe I don't know but share the numbers no. How much chili? It's be chroma with them so much chili. But numbers no bet me a gate fee. Chatawale but when your company being a person who using to launch any product, you find a hook in now, Kasa Oko depending solely on
ticket
amount for or ticketing, and then also make you sales. No 1 year with feasibility studies here. One shall not a car the Akoba. In fact, I am one of the advocates of Yemfa shows and Kobe. You know, I took when the shade to Aguna and it was a great show. But I say you shouldn't year so. My proposal is Accra hey December. Some artists don't say a grade. Your grade A, your B, your C, your D. Say A for an Accra. Yemfa ni didi so no so yede enko ada parts no mo so nko didi na ni didi so no so yede enko ada parts because you know untime fo bi ti say kwa me Eugene na won fa ne nko be ti say Bobby Kuma say okobo show kwa me Eugene say nye company bi na de na ekọ sa ho no etuaka in full abeboka ade so ne yekoton artist na ye fa no or product near cotton. Okay, I'm using probably cost let's say 100,000 Ghana cedis. No, sir, show now you should be able to raise 100,000 Ghana cedis and more to take care of logistics. Yeah. Because you're also moving logistics. Maybe I work on logistics. I come in the first class logistics. No, and some of a fee in crying. Now they are called in your air cost. So it's not as if say event organizers don't like to take the shows there. But all your cost benefit analysis are Accra Hana market in the war. Accra Hana logistics and so on. It is cheaper to have shows here because you don't have to travel long distances. Okay, show or baby say the expertise now here or no. I do my call. I set up. We do our hotels on bed dim. If I on bed that, you know all these things forms part of the course. So rather let's be strategic. That's a be a grade B artist no munya Accra Hana be mba. Some be idle near from Monsonko the other part of Ghana. Na yen no be there. So it's all about being strategic, being calculative. Now one event organizer Mboka. Media ya me concern pan say event organizer Mboka. Because one Mboka na next time obit me assign ISU ni bi. Okay, show na so Mboka. Next time one friend na omba. If you are the 100,000 Ghana cedis a show mu afa artist. Afa a first land cruiser mom de oma tum. E de oma call baby say safia asare so. E de oma call bosho e wo ho. Hwe kwantintin say you know etuaka no kodu ho no. Those people now do when you say almost can't no percentage now you get it. If your percentage near 30% pen was winner 70%, who is going to do that? To best at show was not pardon baby go about saying try say be a free gate no baby. And then the bar on so it wasn't for free. Stage was not for free, lighting was not for free, sound is not for free, screen and yeah for free. Preparing the venue was not for free. Publicity. The artist is expensive. Publicity is expensive. So it is business. If it business, we not say enfa. More be enfa pressure until any event organizer say. Even sometimes show a bit me a travel or Accra no Kumasi enfa. Yes, because the Kumasi economy is different from the Accra economy. Accra ultimate show. Lately shows say you Accra majority. If you na a born year less than 500 Ghana cedis, maybe Oko Kumasi, Oka so be meet you 500 Ghana cedis. FMH artists, so who say it's a big deal. These are two different economies. Two different economies. Even within Accra, economy is not different. But because the Nyaya Accra, in the Futu near the Afra, near champion economy. No. So let's be calculative. Businessmen will still stay in business. So rather, you say is you use a technique, no. You for artists almost born yetting. Okay. We almost be home near from Coselium. Okay. Until we blow on now also back main stage, you know. So okay. That will be a come.
Well, very well explained. Of course, said and be kind. I know the our grounds, no. Into them sanity. Onim the echo. Any dear Benina when it comes to doing events. As a matter of fact, there's some of us in K, especially outside of Accra. Ya tutu kwa kobo shows nibi. Obi ani Menesha Tawali. Person, ya call Brekum, your last show ya call Brekum. Nya Brekum kwa inva the dozen. I can count Brekum, I can count Osino, like so many places. Ya call you know. show na ye bon enipa na omo abonten
Omo does say
omo ye times 2
yes
of omo inside
exactly the economies are different
what in breku hey who rechira car grant me nya kwan fa o
Mr. Brasa me nchawa no me the obra focus we draw I think 4 years ago Jacobo show it was their festival huge show at Omo Stadium Obrafo an artist heavyweight like Obrafo first and Kwesiata was there so was Obrafo Kwesiata was there Kwame MP was there one of the Tema guys they were all there Kofi Mole Munya were there Kofi B when you baby kwe Yamefa the crazy was also there oh artists akese we couldn't fill the stadium. It was a show that was heavily publicized on radio with flyers, banners, everything. Now yes, it wasn't expensive. That time was the 10 cities also.
No, sir, on the oye sure to be nyakese.
10 cities. 10 cities. Yes, 10 cities, but they couldn't because you see, 10 cities now Accra and 10 cities no, it's money. It's a lot of money.
Most of more and then mama who nsem first of all etimo saying sir bronya bay yese amani nyina December in GH ba ye the GH na Accra is representing GH mo feel saying about it but yese show ne so ba muntimintua me ma hu bebre next we can say ye call elembele elembele for next week ye babu chrome ene shatawale ba mo bepe mo better ticket call Edem Mensa Chatome and also a artist manager anya onene artist atitu kwan across some of these towns and villages and other regions. Jonila Lai said Yemfa event in free Accra. Accra is not GH. Accra is just a part of GH. So why are we saying December in GH and GH in December Nafe? Why are we doing everything in Accra? I said there is a problem. People in Hohoi, they also want to see Shatawale perform. Why are we not giving him to them? Adam, Flo.
In Crankets in the Akokobi. Yeah, better. And there are times on the day of event, I was how the artists in Kwafakuma, you say Ampa or town.
But that is how they understand their thing.
What in that family crown almost MP frigates? I mean, to me, who say a constitution, you know, those because team say, Sadian a idea synonymous to all the smaller towns. Ombe Bible and Bamba be good. Yeah, Kenya say, time best one baby no win. Now, me no the American say, who per se unya the experience na Accra for unya. I'll say we yet the Accra for you, because Accra for are ready to pay and come in and watch. You see, some of the problems everybody who hear events are you have your goals, you have objectives. Into at times, mostly because of some of these experience of venues, logistic movements and challenges are a bit additional costs at the risk involved moving artists near and yeah, I could say yeah, can no maybe near be product or Ghana. At time normally I can say yeah, Ghana no money boarding because of raw materials. But organizers did cost shame a logistic movement of artists in us still. I will say show no book quiet didn't change Ibianka Accra. Still on a lower. But still, at times, most of them do not want to. I mean, come in and at times, what should I say there? How you will be able to pay back and make some profit because the artist has to be paid everything that we use through the stage, sound, light, and make profits. Say, what person will charge it according to sa any? It's mostly at times it be a huge sponsorship. Company be out the new product about so your activation. Near dear, so we know but so we just sign your man a thing. Say what say it be a quack diska. I do company free.
Okay.
So yeah, the back. Oh, I'm saying yeah, launch here. The say muko kumase. Eko boso. And yeah, bonifi dafa. Obi ambesa munko fi mumechi guess na munko. But say they see a DG scan. Mostly event organizers do not have that in their plan because it's a business. And I will also entreat local event organizers that they should take advantage of the December in June. Momo say Obi Nemfi Accra no me events be mom. Because Accra for mostly they stay here. There can be local event organizers. I mean they also need to tap into the December. Because in research, say who goes school now here researcher. Before you come out with the topic, there should be a gap, research gap. There should be a research gap. And based on the research gap, you pick a topic to address the gap. Okay. And this is a gap which could be identified by local event organizers that December in GH, mostly your area, your event. Okay, boys, we come together. Swedro, there were boys be now they sent a lot of artists to Swedro to go and play shows there. Yes, local events organizers. I mean, I knew Brand Tiamo, I knew a couple of them, and they were doing well. We a few event company and they were really doing well. And bad shows, artists are defeat Accra. So this is an opportunity for the local event organizers. I mean, come together. There is a gap. Ensure that your community is part of the December celebration. Coming together, see the GTA, see the assembly, the MP, and look at how they can help you bring the joy to your community. I'm sure that every politician will be happy to ensure the community taking part of the December NG. So there's an opportunity. It's a gap which must be filled. Until taking advantage of the gap, maybe for December NG. Now, everyone fason enormous because say especially say your areas go more tourist facilities into those localities
second tampones and conform
visitation no not be being and those event organizers too who want to take the risk. So yes, I mean they should take it because if they do it well, they can harness the benefits it comes with.
Okay, so Adam, let me ask you this now. Because local event organizers, almost try now come on to young baby, but on your mokasa, a day back on mokan say, almost free artists now. Bill no the moment they are not able to afford. Unfortunately, artists so almost cost our places now because from him say one the risk factor high because of road you'll be bed driving there 4 hours, and if you're quite one, they charge even higher than they charge here in Accra. Exactly. So in this case, we see local event organizers almost taking some of these shows, but this is the case that the artists are charging higher prices. How are they able to pay these artists and all the encomiums account in Ansan or Matimiabo show? I had a crown for ticket to Mosi and Santon.
If they believe, then it means Omukromu and you're viable for that. So if your town is not viable for that, you don't have to force yourself. Because if it's not viable, you think after paying you can't make it out. Then why should somebody in Accra come and invest in there? A business. So I mean, if you think your town is viable, you should be able to pay and put measures in place. If it's about sponsorship, trying to see, because there are local companies, we have local, so like they should try and not always think about themselves, like we want to do it ourselves, but they should reach out because there are people in the town who are ready to support them. So they should look at it beyond themselves, but look at the community. I mean, like A plus come. Yeah, sure. So Mubosho no marriage here to A plus. A plus will be able to, speak to some artists to go there. In that same vein, we have community on one cophobia, almost shooting communities no more. They are there. I mean, you have to be plugs. Use the plugs. They told me a new one who didn't quite a bit media. Find people, be thinking about outside the box, people who live in the community but have closer association to some of these people. Booking artists now at times how they play a role.
Okay.
I mean the proximity of Nipano plug into the artist. I yet me so rate in a buffer. I mean they should look at all of these dynamics.
Well, thank you so much, Edom Mensah Chatome, for that one. I'm still reading your comments. In your region, in your town, why do you think it is so difficult for you guys to experience some of the top stars we have here in Ghana? First, in your analysis, analysis na Kenya bad crown ka Sakwa Diemo, Shatawale mo, Sammy mo, Stoneboy mo, Bo Accra no. Nanka ya bafom near the Kofi Mole mo, Mr. Drew mo, Nanka almost Omo Nyane Kofodia Cape Coast. I don't know. And not so many sanity. Well, my Mr. Kojo say also yes should be the Chrome homecoming. Achim Anoma.
Hey,
Achim Massey. Also bo homecoming.
Oh,
let me say shout outs to Edem Agbana. He's also organizing a show and even a showbiz seminar for his people in his constituency, our voter region. And I think
good to know.
Say how come some of these politicians are not even doing it for their people? Maybe. Do you agree with Janila?
Oh yeah, I believe as some worker said there's money in the other part of the regions apart from Accra. I want to believe that. Call now in the Kenya ne boniso ne kwanso ano no. Ne mum senia menuanom edikan abiebie mu no. Eba no December and GH na. The only thing that I've seen is say omu be a proposal say event organizers and tender in their proposals on so that they were qualified normal place on the calendar just to give them that mileage, any support to be a ombe here send a bear on omo my edgeman. So almost submit on proposals, no and yes sir. You're creating new event. You're creating take advantage for first timers. But most of the events I work on, so yeah, that. And almost submit on proposals. It is an Kobisu event be Kufodia. And also the buyer. Then it's being captured on the calendar. It's a do whatever assistance be and come here. No more the amomo. Johnny Laden and Crawford also to make create event be in the original. No more so much turning into the proposal. Now better calendar because I can see Kumasi any tamale, any some parts be almost so our calendar. So meaning say almost so no be or event here ewo. Aside that, me problem kakra me want to say. We have vision now you work for a year beyond the return. Say invest in Ghana, experience Ghana and all of that. Also December in G calendar. Now I say a partnership. So they want to encourage private businesses to own these events. But beyond that, a day nanka the initiative nanka sabai, which is the abino, omanso betimi on their own. And it is certain some friends and funny show. I'm a to calendar this one. Does it mean there wouldn't be any event biana the agenda tied to nana? Because most of the events they are there among for a year. And almost they have to so maybe they are getting a little assistance and support from government. And you know a quite a bit media pushes our agenda see and they say among for so per se other because uncle may buy a chapa other part of the regions and also benya omo there Accra ya didi hon come up say ebia okọ Kumasi what is their topmost event ebekoso in this December I no no ebia enye say ye dey akoma private partnership name mo no o mine na e dey sa de na si ho because you see experience Ghana
Your perceive selling your culture, any other adema or mobile background and so with me. And I don't think say private individuals can push this agenda better than the state, because they will be looking at the business side. And don't think about money in our Accra Hanomono. Because if say okay, I buy the atos or mame or the mato calendar, so was some say be a venue to be in your marketing to be a me here. They may push me my own agenda. But beyond that, what is the state also doing? It is Afro Nation be a manual me co-partnership. Afro Chala be a manual me co-partnership. Doesn't mean say you be a easy. It imagine say you be a calendar or be a sending in proposal. What will happen? And I think say we are doing better. But beyond that, there should be a deliberate effort. Say, okay, yes, setting up this stage, and this is what we are doing. If not for Biampona, we can pick some regions to start. Ebia Accra and Ebia Kumasi and Takrade Ebia. This is sure. And they are buying our food to in the way or they are projecting the culture. So among for some be to other regions. Because I want to believe saying Accra and Kwano. Some of them visit the other regions, say, oh, tourist sites, interesting places. And Ghana, Accra, the ocean master, and only the least a year more and endow with natural resources and tourist sites. Because most of these tourist sites are in Bebrina and Accra had a walk, and they travel out there. It is an event, it's a Cape Coast. That's a very huge event over there. Elmina Castle, oh, yeah, they will take advantage of it. Oh, and media, we want to say, because of that partnership now, a year and can't your way, own a year and Kababuama, yet decentralizing, because there we may look beyond just getting money, and getting money in the crowd. I buy the BOE, so Trinolete and Crata the bread company. Say your person best sponsor the year. Making is better about no film because almost so many and fast so many or mine any mileage near my name won't meet me any from a buying. It is a buying fresh as soon as the company, Kobo show who into yourself for a crab support to the intimate cotton or my Ghana. I think some mobile. It is our agenda, I said, or mine in the soup. Need to me push it to the other part. And yes, a business person be able to find the calculator. Or be boss say, okay, how is business? Me don't take it say, me the assume me the stage require and for so being anything. Meet me enye you. Na baby na Johnny like I say, you go visa kasa prekore. Maka, but to some to yeah, you go visa.
I see am win sapa. The offense am win.
Yeah, you go visa. Make us say, oh, why your research now? I did data about 2 months. Say that it's here. So the buyer, obi so your investor anka. Or not here, no, so I know a baby because also we have event. But I say, go and ask Kasawega, yeah, Fina, Ubia Kwakubu song. So, almost some bit me actually be asked, but that agenda, the decentralization of events, it will be done by the state. No private person beyond or castle or by.
Because now me say me baby forcing question, but I may MPK your thoughts on that before I come to him.
Yeah.
Like I've seen Edem Agbana or voter region or aspiring MP, I guess. Na minim say or yes should be say Edema ne constituency and the area or Senator Kasi government should be involved so we decentralize events. Can we also put that responsibility on some of these MPs?
Yes.
Koko MP, Koforidua Fijas MP. Can we put some of these responsibilities on them? Yes. Like ABR area, some mobile homecoming.
Yeah.
Like if there is an MPB there.
Honorable Kingsley. I said, no, per se. Oba, Sisi, Abuakwa, Sa. I feel no.
I can't come on.
I need attaching, honorable attaching.
Like almost so Sani Mano. Then him say, it drew December. Oh, constituency be a more day. Because we are talking about December in GH.
Exactly.
And they are also helping. Even if not their money, they are helping to get others to come and invest in those areas.
Yes.
Can we also start speaking that language?
Yes, crowd and combat me, I am an abroso. And I think Saint Kenumpono, Mampani crowd is at the show, say, Munya Bibi Mamma Portamoa.
Now, man from
Musumunian Jim Crawford, Buffy, because and yet, I hope on Quagana for Mutia Bruce, no se be Buffy. It is our banner say. If you so that, it's a free Ashanti regional minister.
Why do you think people go to quote every
exactly? Your free Ashanti regional minister, I feel making sure say obedi the woman for any Bodra Kessie, now Monji Jumani near free Eastern region near free Central. Your free way near the Asham con, no, yet. Say about
Mammy Charles, and maybe Frederick Apia or France. Because France has a culture like that.
Okay.
I say every year, concert be a state in organization. They don't keep it in one region. And take this year born on northern region.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, I'm can you say every year we just show no. Yeah, well, the major one and the sub ones. It's major ones in movie, but region behind it there, like they do I say music festivals.
Okay.
Music festival.
Which is beautiful.
It just say a drew region be any day and a state be and a city be any day. But every year no government no take it back when they nationally recognized. They move it.
Well, because Oshe Nancy Bukrana Mampani na 6 March now was still Yemfenko Kumasi Yemfenko Tamale. No, it was something beautiful. But your honorables no money. I just said Obey aspiring or pursue Obedia Kunyano.
Honorables.
Now or the abo Ama the man for no they are afraid them. And no pen and I say beer, you have a twaba. But Onya Kunyani Rienanka, a first say a sa Briano Biano, Codiju Maniane, and to four a free crew or massive free area nanka or Mayaka saying in ano. What on side from the shutter or call Manchabu and a honomo, familiar more calm regions. Ubia a friend from mom was and Timom say a friend from Nanko wing number fee. And Cababwama or man wide the name of Omonye and common somewhere ya. Meaning say be on moto musica. We say business is a one potem na meaning say honorable trocrata. Now or the comma see you say what I did that say you may put na say more or my affair so you perceive a Gigi or man for any. Enti kakra obi abenya bia on fembra na ye set platform kese na ye fam mudra mo ba mo nsan meton mo nsan ne mo niam mo ye mo product nyina wo ha it will be something easy but and also the yeah
ento no ma force bra a bed say member of parliament be ka say December drew and you no pa wa forming committee bi entertainment committee me letterhead ni onfamra me sign it fako ajajo herbal bitters na omomoamo omompe kakrama mo 20 bi 10 bi monfan copper stage monfan copper sound monfra artist ba ko mienu bi mra na ye mo e bia homecoming se ne obi e kani agona bodom nye ntwe ma festival ne ba Christmas day ne ke se ne hobede. Why is this difficult for the people to do? And now say the idea has not been sold to them. Like, what is it?
It's a political leaders, you know, behind the perception they have towards the creative arts. Perception. We are on tear say I'll be feel say a goodie keke. You know, two fans say a goodie keke. Okay, you cry. Wait a minute, I'm going to excuse my way, cobble of way fencer. You understand how they perceive. Our whole mind towards creative art and then entertainment industry, you know, has to change. It has to change. First, this is no case of a boy.
I know.
Okay, but now Bobo I know when you are Jimmy Crassa. Babu Buanaka, if it's never for money saying Bob and gave you a comedian, may I be a you understand? But some of the MPs are doing well. I must commend the Honorable Okujita Blakwa, who somewhere last 2 or 3 years organized a similar event in his constituency and then unearthed talents. I think through that certain talents came out. You know, he helped. It didn't end there. He helped to, you know, place them on stages. And my very good friend, he's also, he worked closely with the Honorable Kujito Ablakwa, so I'm sure he picked that thing from there. He has been his PA.
Then you are right.
Since school,
because you're even going to do a seminar. I've seen
similar
Bulldog. I've seen Baba Sadiq, Elombini.
It is the same family, the same family and the same formula. So I think they understand what the creative arts does to them. Somewhere last 2 years or so, Honorable Sly Sylvester Tete, from Botiano English Yamanfu. Also contacted me that he wanted to do something like that. I think somewhere along the line, I'm sure he did it. He did it. And so some of the MPs understand, especially the MPs who know the demography of their constituents and know that, okay, my constituency has a lot of youth, you know, so this is what will be good for them. So they study the constituents. The demography of every constituency is there. So you study, if they realize that, okay, my constituency has a lot of youth, so I need to go and do this for them, they do. And so that's, I think the country gradually we are getting to understand the importance of creative arts, tourism arts, you know, and then the entire entertainment value chain. When the government, you know, renovated the Kwame Nkrumah Museum with $3.5 million, some were making noise, but just recently they read their balance and they said they've made 1.88 million Ghana cedis so far, and that renovation was done just some few months ago. So you see, we are getting there when Ghana is gradually getting to understand that if we invest into the creative arts and then the tourism industry is going to come back. So the MPs, I'm sure, will. I'm not surprised. I will not be surprised if they begin doing what Okujeto and Edemagbana are doing, you know, to unearth talent, sustain the talent, and also create employment. It's not everybody who will be employed by wearing tie and going to the office to go and work. The creatives are also employed. You get it. So I'm sure the MPs will learn. But you ask the question, why is it that they are not doing it? Some don't.